And we are back. It is so nice to have your company again. And guess what? We have glorious weather. I don't know why, but we are having wonderful weather. The sun is out, the sky is blue, and there is almost no cloud to spoil my view. And we have a lovely day. Look, there it is now, outside my studio window. Oh, by the way, I have made some changes here in my studio. I wonder if you can spot them. Can you see the changes in my studio? Find out in a few moments from now, because yes, we are back together once more. It is so lovely to be with you on this sunny day. English Addict coming to you live from the birthplace of the English language. You know where it is, I know where it is. The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Of course, it's England.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are back. I am in such a good mood today because the sun is out. It is absolutely glorious outside. It does seem a shame to be here in the studio. We have 12 Celsius. It is a gorgeous, almost spring-like day. I'm not sure how long it will last, but fortunately today we have nice weather. In fact, the weather was quite nice yesterday as well. We went out for a lovely walk yesterday. All I can say is I am so glad that we don't have rain. Hopefully the weather will begin improving over the next few days. I really do hope so. Anyway, we are here together. Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Duncan. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these on your face today? By the way, we are talking all about these things. The lovely, pearly, white teeth. Mine are almost as white as my big smile. So I hope you have a smile on your face because we are talking about teeth today. Words and phrases connected to these things in your mouth. The things that we use quite often, but we easily neglect these things as well. And guess what? We also have at least one dentist watching this live stream right now. Hello everyone, it's lovely to see you. Yes, I am Duncan. That's me, by the way. D-U-N-C-A-N. And I'm with you every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time, talking about the English language. I like English, and I have a feeling you do as well. Learning English as a second language. The reason why learning English is so important these days is because, well, I suppose for at least the past 10 years, English has become more and more an international language. I think it is very true to say that. Wow, so many people joining in already. Thank you very much for joining me wherever you are in the world. Look, there it is. The beautiful planet Earth. Isn't it lovely? And everyone is living in peace and harmony. Well, some of us are trying anyway. Some of us are going to a lot of trouble. We are trying our best to be nice and kind to each other. fortunately, that always is the majority of people in the world. Nice to see you all here. This is the final English Addict of February. A short month this month, but of course we have March, we have spring to look forward to. As I mentioned a few moments ago, the weather is very nice at the moment here in England, and I hope it will continue to be so. We are talking about teeth. Words, phrases connected to these lovely things in your mouth. And they do come in very useful from time to time. I use them a lot. Some people might say too much. By the way, I went to the doctor's last week. I was feeling under the weather. I wasn't feeling very well last week. So I went to the doctor and they decided to give me loads and loads of blood tests to make sure I'm okay. Yes, I got the results back, and guess what? Ooh, very nice. Everything's all right. I am still 98% healthy. There was one problem, and I'm sure you can guess what it was. I wonder if you can guess. Can you guess what the one problem was that they found? When you think about my habits, I like eating food. I like eating certain types of food. So it looks as if I am going to have to start cutting down on the amount of food, certain types of food. You know what I'm talking about. Creamy food, sweet food, dairy food. I love all of those types of food. I wish cheese, milk, chocolate. I wish all of those things did not taste so lovely. I really do. Because I can never resist them. So yes, there is one thing I have to put right. Not my weight. My weight is okay, actually. I'm not really putting on any weight. It is something else. Of course, we are not supposed to talk about our health. If you are a person who is well known, quite often they will not discuss their health in any way. They often see it as something private. So quite often people will try to keep all of those things secret or hidden away. But of course, as you know, I like to share everything. I like to tell you all of the things happening in my life. So the one thing I have to put right is my cholesterol. Oh, Mr. Duncan, yes, that's it. Apparently my cholesterol is a little bit high. So I have to reduce it. And to do that, I will have to eat less cheese, milk, cakes, chocolate. The problem is I love those things so much. So over the next few weeks I am going to have to be very careful with the amount of things I eat. Fortunately, and I don't know how, but I'm not diabetic. Apparently my kidney functions and my liver functions are super duper. But it would appear that I've been eating too much cheese. That is the diagnosis. Mr. Duncan, you have been overeating cheese again, haven't you? Yes, I have, doctor. I'm very sorry about that. So that is the one thing I need to do. I need to change that one thing to get my cholesterol down. Apparently, as you get older, things like that can lead to serious problems. And if there's one thing I don't want in my life, it is serious health problems. If you have your health, you have everything, apparently. So I will do my best to put that right. Hello to the live chat. Oh, we have a lot of people here at the moment watching. Hello to everybody. Oh, very interesting. We have a interesting situation taking place. Beatrice, congratulations. You are first on today's live chat. In second place, we have Claudio. Hello, Claudio. It's nice to see you here as well. Beccan is here. Hello, Beccan. Also, we have Barry, 1978. I've been enjoying a lot of music from the late 1970s. I've been watching a lot of old TV shows from that particular period of time. Music. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future, a music of the past. I love music very much. Paco is here. Hello, Paco. Nice to see you here as well. We also have Claudia. Hello, Claudia. I am so happy to hear that you are having a wonderful time of your life at the moment. I am so glad to hear everything is going well with you as well. By the way, Claudia is the dentist here on our live stream. So Claudia is the one who likes to examine, clean, and sometimes pull out people's teeth. But I suppose the big question must be, Claudia, are you cooking something today? Are you making something? Claudia, do you have something in your pot?
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
What is in your pot today, Claudia? Please let us know on the live chat. I will be very happy to find out what you are cooking today, if you are cooking anything. Of course, you might be out somewhere. You might be having a nice time with your friends. Who knows? Can I also say hello to Marcia? Hello to Marcia. Hello to you. Abderrahim. Hello to you as well. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Who else is here? I don't want to miss anyone out. Irene is here as well. So lovely to see you also on the live chat. Hello also to, who else is here? Fahad is here as well. Nice to see you on the live chat. It is unusual to hear someone talking about their health because most people keep those sorts of things private. They keep them to themselves because they feel that if other people know that they are unwell or they have some sort of health problem, they see it as a type of weakness. But to be honest with you, we all become ill from time to time. No one avoids becoming ill sometimes Maybe something mild, like a cold, or something serious, and I'm sure we can all think what they are. Who else is here? Oh, he is here, everyone. I have some family here today. Well, all I can say is do not neglect your family. A big hello to Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you with us. I know you are busy. I hope you have a good time with your family today. Some people, of course, like to keep me on in the background. They like to have me on so they can listen to me without having to look at this, which might be the best way to watch when you think about it. Hello, Getchu. Hi, everybody in the chat. This is your brother, Getane, from Ethiopia. A big hello to Ethiopia. Hello to you. It's nice to see you back with us as well. I think you were watching last week. Is that right? Were you here last week? Maybe, maybe not. Palmyra, Creative RT. Hello, Creative RT in India. I have a lot of people watching in India, and you are more than welcome to join in. We also have Pedro Belmont is here today. Hello, Pedro. Nice to see you with us as well. A lot of people joining in. Today, Claudia has tuna salad, lettuce, tiny tomatoes, and grated carrots, because I am on a diet. Well, guess what, Claudia? It looks as if I am going to be on a special diet because of my high cholesterol. It's too high. The doctor told me last week. He said, no. You must cut down. You must reduce the amount of fat that you consume. The only problem is all of the food containing fat also happens to taste really, really good. Why? Why does all the unhealthy food, why does it all have to be so unhealthy? All the lovely, delicious food, always unhealthy. I don't know why. Hello also to, who else is here today? Vitas is here. Hello, Vitas. It is nice to see you with us as well. We have a lot to look at today. Now, as you know, I have mentioned in the past that the British, or should I say the English people, often enjoy complaining about things. If there is one thing we do, we love to complain here in England. However, at the moment, there is something that a lot of people are complaining about, and I think it is something that is justified. Something justified is correct. They are not wrong to complain about this particular thing. I'm going to show you now on the screen what people are complaining about, because it would appear that motorists, people driving on the roads, have noticed how terrible the roads in this country have become. And there you can see a very good example of that particular thing. Potholes. Do you have potholes in your country? Holes in the roads. And as you can see there, we have a lot of big potholes on the roads at the moment. In fact, I think it's 10 million. Is it 10 million? We have 10 million potholes on the roads around this area. Millions of them, all over the place. And apparently the condition of the roads in England have really become bad, to the point where there is so much damage to the actual roads that people are damaging their cars. So their cars are actually becoming damaged, boom, boom, as they go over the potholes. So it has become a big problem at the moment, potholes. Do you have them in your country? So it would appear that the local council are going to try and repair the potholes, but to be honest with you, it is a huge job. Especially where I live. The place in which I live, the road conditions are awful. There are holes everywhere. So as you're driving along the road, you will have to try and avoid the potholes. And there have been many cases of people damaging their cars, seriously damaging their cars, because some of the potholes are very deep on the roads. It is a big problem at the moment, and I don't think they are going to be able to put it right. I think it's going to take a long time to repair all of the potholes. Of course, many of them form during the winter months, when the frost and the freezing weather comes along and the road slowly breaks, cracks, and then of course the cars go over those cracks and then holes will slowly form. But yes, we have a lot of potholes at the moment on the roads in the UK and across England especially. And it is something many people are complaining about. But it does appear as if no one is actually trying to put it right. Hopefully it will be addressed. It will be sorted out soon. So what about you? Do you have potholes on your roads? Do you find that they get in the way? Because they can be quite annoying. In fact, it would appear that one or two other people here today also have the same problem with their roads. Hello to BBE. Hello to you watching in Saudi Arabia. A big hello to you. Also we have Essa Habo, who says hello. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Hello to you. Nice to see you here as well. Francis. Hi dear Mr. Duncan. How are you? And Mr. Steve. How have you both been? Have a good day. Yes, we are okay. And as you may or may not know, last week it was Steve's birthday. We didn't do much on Steve's birthday because he wanted to take it easy. However, we did go out for a walk. And during the walk, something very unusual happened. We met a very friendly sheep. Would you like to see it? So this sheep was really, really friendly. Almost too friendly. And there it is. So there is Mr. Steve stroking this lovely sheep that came over to us. And I think it was really enjoying the fuss that Mr. Steve was giving it. Isn't that lovely? I can't believe that a sheep did that, because normally sheep are very shy creatures. They're normally shy and they don't like going up to human beings. But this one was really, really friendly. A lovely friendly sheep. Ooh. Oh, by the way, during our walk it was raining as well. So we did have a lot of rain to contend with, unfortunately. And there were a few sheep in this field, but this particular sheep was very friendly. It came over to say hello. And Mr. Steve was giving it a lovely fuss as well. Also on the walk, of course, I couldn't resist filming some of the sights as well. We have had so much rain recently, and as you can see, a lot of the rainwater is now draining away across the fields, and you can see there just how bad things have been. Really, really bad. Even round here, the weather has been bad. Right here in Much Wenlock, one of the roads was actually flooded a few days ago. Just to prove how much water we've had, so much rain falling. You can see the rain has been falling and it has been flowing all over the place.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. I hope you are having a good Sunday. We are talking about teeth today. Also, I haven't forgotten, we will be playing Guess the Picture idiom later on as well. We will be doing that. Don't forget, next week, March arrives, next weekend. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really looking forward to springtime. This winter has been so long, wet and miserable. It really has. Very unpleasant indeed. So, here we go. We're going to talk about a part of our body that we use all the time. However, sometimes we might also neglect this particular part of the body. We are talking all about teeth today. Teeth, words and phrases connected to that particular part of the body. And I have to say, I do like the colour that I've used today, because this particular colour for me is always the colour of dentists or anything involved with surgery of any type. I don't know why. I always think of this particular colour when I think of going to the dentist or going to hospital. So this colour for me represents everything connected to going to hospital or to the doctors or the dentist. So we are talking about teeth. Lots of words to explain here, lots of things to talk about over the next few minutes. And then after that, we are going to talk all about your favourite game. Guess the picture idiom. There are many words relating to teeth. Some are medical, whilst others are figurative. So we can use the word teeth or things connected to your teeth as idioms as well. We will look at those later on. They are often used as phrases. So in medicine, if we are talking about medical treatment, then of course there are many words connected to teeth that might also be used. Basically, you have one tooth, and that of course relates to the grammar of using the word teeth or tooth. One tooth, and the plural, of course, teeth. All of the teeth in your mouth. The teeth. One tooth. The most simple way of expressing that particular thing. Then, of course, we have parts of the teeth. I'm sure Claudia will be watching very closely, and I'm sure Claudia will also correct me if I get anything wrong here. But we have tooth parts. Well, first of all, we have the crown. The crown of your tooth is the part you can see, the part that appears above the surface, the part of the tooth which is visible. It can be seen. Of course, this picture is also showing the inside of the tooth as well. In fact, teeth are incredibly complicated things. They are. They seem quite simple, but they are unusual things, very unusual indeed. Then, of course, you have the enamel. The enamel is the outside of your tooth, the tough white outer cover of the tooth. It is mainly non-organic in nature, which is very strange when you think about it. So it is actually made up of a type of mineral. And that is why certain foods, such as milk with calcium, is important. Because it helps keep your bones, your hair, everything in your body, to be honest. And, of course, your teeth as well. It helps to keep them healthy. So the outer surface is very tough. However, it doesn't mean it can't be damaged, because it can. Then, of course, we have the bottom part of the tooth. In fact, I'm always amazed whenever you see a tooth. Have you ever noticed how small the actual tooth is? But then you have a really large part of the tooth which is hidden away. And there it is, the root, the part of the tooth that is not visible and is embedded in the bone. So think of the roots of your teeth as being very similar to the roots of a tree. And of course, you have to make sure this part of your tooth is also kept healthy. And that is the reason why many people lose their teeth, because this part of their teeth, this part becomes unhealthy. And then, of course, the tooth will become loose and eventually pop out. It will fall out. Then we have the pulp. The pulp, as you can see there, the pulp is the inside of the tooth, the soft inner substance of the tooth, containing nerves and blood supply. The tooth is a very complicated thing. Tough and hard on the outside, but on the inside, very soft, very sensitive. If you have ever suffered from pain in your teeth, you will know exactly what I mean. I think one of the worst pains in the world to feel must be toothache. Pain in your teeth. Pain caused by disease in your teeth. So this we are looking at now is a healthy tooth. The healthy tooth is nice, clean, white. It looks very firm. It looks as if, well, it looks as if you don't need to go to the dentist to have that seen to. However, this you definitely need to go to the dentist because there is something seriously wrong here. This is an unhealthy tooth. The outer surface is damaged and the enamel has rotted. It is amazing how many people have teeth that look like this. And there are many reasons why you should take care of your teeth, not just because they look nice, but also your general health. So the health of your teeth can actually have an effect on your whole body. In fact, certain serious illnesses have been related or linked to having poor dental health. You can see here the reason why this tooth is now unhealthy is because the tooth has been eroded. Tooth decay has occurred. Decay, something that slowly rots or dissolves. It is a natural process. Decay. To have tooth decay is not a good thing. Tooth decay is caused by many things, mainly poor mouth hygiene. The hygiene, the cleanliness inside a person's mouth. You are not brushing your teeth. You are not taking care of your teeth. Maybe you are eating lots of acidic food, food that has a lot of acid. Certain types of fruit. Eating sugary food. This is it. Once again, I have to admit that I do eat a lot of sugar. And of course, you might suffer an injury as well to your tooth. Maybe you break the tooth. Maybe you injure the tooth. Maybe it becomes cracked and then things get inside the tooth and cause it to become bad. Tooth decay. It is incredibly common, especially amongst people who don't like going to the dentist. Then, of course, we have something called gum disease. This also can affect many people. This is something that a person gets when their mouth becomes infected, or maybe it becomes inflamed and sore. Unhealthy and healthy. You can see there is a difference between those two things. Healthy gums are supposed to be pale. Unhealthy gums are often red, and quite often they will also shrink as well, causing your teeth to become loose. We often refer to this as gingivitis. A medically trained tooth specialist is a dentist. You go to the dentist. Some people don't like to go to the dentist. Some people don't like having anything done to their teeth for various reasons. So a medically trained tooth specialist is a dentist. That is their expertise. A dentist will carry out repairs to a person's teeth. Quite often they are referred to as a dental practitioner. So here in England we will often refer to a dentist as a dental practitioner. That is their job, that is their skill, taking care of other people's teeth. There are things you can do to a person's teeth. If there is decay in your tooth, they might have to fill the hole. It is often referred to as a cavity. So a cavity is an open space. So if there is a cavity in your tooth, basically it means there is a hole. So they will fill the cavity with a certain type of substance, sometimes silver or gold. Ooh. Many years ago they used to use lead to fill people's teeth. Of course, we did find out later on that that was not such a good idea. A person might have their teeth straightened over time using braces. So sometimes a person's teeth might come through unevenly as they come out or come through as they appear. They might not be straight. And sometimes a certain type of apparatus is applied or fixed to the teeth, and they are slowly pulled into place over time. These are often referred to as braces. Braces. They seem to be quite trendy nowadays. You see a lot of people with these for some reason. So they do seem to have become very cool things to have. I'm not sure why. This procedure is normally carried out by an orthodontist. An orthodontist is a person who changes the appearance. They will do something to change the position or the shape, something that is going to restructure the teeth in a certain way. We often use the word orthodontist. Teeth can be replaced. Of course, there is nothing worse than losing your teeth for various reasons. Maybe because of infection, disease, or maybe you lose your teeth for some other reason. An implant can be inserted into the bone. This, of course, is a rather unpleasant procedure, but it is something a lot of people have done nowadays. So a fake or false tooth is literally put back into your mouth. You have a false tooth, and quite often it is embedded into the bone. I'm not sure if I like the idea of that. Also, another bad thing about this is it is expensive to have done. So this is a very expensive form of dental surgery. Something that will cost a lot of money if you want to have it done. Teeth can be replaced with false ones. My dad lost all of his teeth when he was 19. He was serving abroad in the military, and he got an infection in his mouth and all of his teeth fell out. Apparently it's very common with people who were serving abroad in the military, drinking water from certain places, and the water was contaminated in some way, and the gums would shrink and the teeth would simply fall out. My father has these dentures, false teeth. So basically they are plastic teeth that you put in your mouth and they imitate real teeth. False teeth can be placed into the mouth for a period of time. So these are used temporarily. So you can't keep them in all the time. You have to take them out, normally at night. They are referred to as dentures, false teeth, quite often made of plastic. And of course, a lot of people find these funny. They think they are hilarious, especially when you have the teeth on their own. They are chattering. The surface of the teeth can be replaced to look perfect and white. So you can have the surface of your teeth taken away and replaced with new teeth. So you don't pull the teeth out, you simply replace the surface of the teeth. And you see this quite often with film stars, celebrities. Their teeth look perfect and white, almost too perfect, too white. So I think it's nice to have your teeth looking normal. Maybe they are not completely straight. Maybe they have some slight irregularity. So I like that. And of course, British people are well known for having bad teeth. I don't know why. By the way, it isn't true. British people, quite a lot of British people have really nice teeth, including me. See, I'm British and my teeth are very nice. And yes, they are mine. They are not false teeth. So we often call these capped teeth. You can have your teeth capped. They will put another surface on the teeth. But unfortunately, quite often people overdo their teeth. They make them too white and they look very strange. Many people dislike going to the dentist. It is true, including me. For many years, I did not go to the dentist. I was so afraid of going to the dentist. But then, of course, later in life, you realise that you want to keep your teeth. I want to keep my teeth for as long as I can. So I started going to the dentist around 13 years ago. So now I've been going to the dentist for 13 years, regularly. And my teeth, fortunately my teeth, are okay. But many people do dislike it. They don't want to go to the dentist for various reasons. Maybe they are afraid of the needle. Sometimes if you have your teeth pulled out, it can be painful. Yes, sometimes, not always though. I think these days going to the dentist is not as bad as it used to. It used to be much worse. Here we go then, we have some idioms connected to teeth. Teeth idioms. To do something by the skin of one's teeth. This is a very interesting phrase. To do something by the skin of your teeth. To narrowly achieve or carry out something. So something you do or something you achieve narrowly. just manage to do it. He passed the exam by the skin of his teeth. So that means that he almost failed. He almost failed the exam, but he still managed to pass the exam by the skin of his teeth, by a very narrow margin. Here is another interesting idiom involving the teeth: to get one's teeth into something. So this is a very interesting expression. It means to be fully engaged in an activity or a thing. You are completely devoted to something. You do it with complete enthusiasm and engagement. Something you really want to do. I can't wait to get my teeth into this new job. I can't wait to get my teeth into this new job. Perhaps you are starting to learn English. Maybe you are here learning English. Perhaps you are excited to learn English. You might say, I can't wait to get my teeth into learning English. I can't wait to do it. I am very excited to do it. A person might become long in the tooth. If you become long in the tooth, it means you become old, or you are getting older. To be old, you are long in the tooth. I'm too long in the tooth to learn a new skill. By the way, that is not true. You are never too old to learn something new. There is always something fresh and exciting to learn in this thing we call life. So if you are described as being long in the tooth, it means you are old or getting older. You are becoming long in the tooth. Here's another idiom: to have teething problems. Teething. It's an interesting word. Teething. The action or the act of teeth coming through. Teething. To have teething problems. This particular idiom means to have problems at the beginning or the start of something. When you are beginning something, maybe you are creating a new device or a new invention, there might be lots of problems in the beginning. We can say that you have teething problems. The new device has some teething problems. This means that as you are developing this thing or creating it, there are problems. And this is normal. Whenever you begin something new, there will always be problems. There will always be difficulty along the way. So this is quite normal. It is normal to have teething problems when beginning something new. Here is the one. I think this one really does relate to me, definitely. To have a sweet tooth. Yes, I admit it, I do have a sweet tooth. I love sweet things. I love chocolate. I love cakes. I love anything that tastes sweet. To have a sweet tooth means to enjoy sweet tasting food. You enjoy it. You want it. You like it. Get me chocolates for my birthday. As you know, I have a sweet tooth. This happens quite often when people buy me things for my birthday or for Christmas. Quite often there will be something sweet given as a gift. Because I do, yes, I admit it, I do have a sweet tooth, definitely. The medical field involving teeth is dentistry. So a person who wants to help people maintain the health of their teeth, this particular field is described as dentistry. By the way, it is a very good career to get into because, well, I'm talking now about here in England, dentists are very expensive. To have dental work or any procedure on your teeth can, as I mentioned earlier, be very expensive. The word dentist derives from the Latin dent, meaning stem. So think of something growing, think of something coming up. A tooth is very similar to that, stem. So the word dentist relates to that word. And that is all I have for the subject of teeth. If you have an appointment with the dentist coming up, because just a few days ago, I think it was about 10 days ago, I actually went to the dentist and I had a little bit of work done on my teeth to keep them clean. Because I want to keep my teeth for as long as possible. I don't want them to fall out. They do come in very useful. That is all I have to say. Quitai Baref. Hello, Quitai Baref. I do enjoy sweet food myself. Yes, I have to be honest with you. Sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth. Yes, I do enjoy eating sweet things. Christina. Hello, Christina. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful, active time. Christina says, I just heard, though I'm not sure if it's true or false, that they have discovered a way to regrow teeth in China. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's false. A little joke there. It was a very little one. But I suppose generally in life, keeping care or taking care of your teeth or any part of your health, to be honest, is very important, as I found out last week when I went to the doctor. Beatrice says, oh, Mr. Duncan, what about an eye for an eye? A tooth for a tooth? Yes, that is a phrase. I think it is biblical. It comes from the Bible. A person does something to you and you do the same thing to them. An eye for an eye. Not literally, but quite often, a person who does something bad to you, you will want to get some sort of revenge. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I'm going to have a quick break and then I will be back because we are going to play the game that everyone loves to play. We are going to play Guess the Picture Idiom. All of that coming up in a few moments from now. So I hope you will stick around. Don't go away. We were talking about rain a few moments ago. If you go out in the rain, you will need to take a poncho with you. We have had so much rain. Fortunately today the sun is out and all of that horrible rain is starting to dry up.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are here together today for a few more minutes because we are going to play the game that everyone loves to play. I've just had a very interesting question from Inaki. What are the teeth at the back of your mouth called? They are often referred to as molars. Molar. A molar is a tooth at the back of your mouth, quite often used for grinding things. So when you eat something, molars are often used for grinding as you chew your food. I hope that was helpful to you. Here we go then. We are going to play the game. Yes, it is time to play Guess the Picture Idiom. All you have to do is say what you see on the screen. It's time to play. Spot the idiom. I'm going to show you a picture. It represents a well-known phrase in the English language. If you don't know it, do not worry, because I will give you the answer and explain what it is to you, and you will never ever forget what it is. Ever, ever. Here we go then. Here is the first mystery idiom. This picture idiom is a common one. We use it quite often. Guess the picture idiom. It is a well-known expression in English quite often when you are trying to think of something. There is something that you want to say, something you want to express. Maybe a name or a place. But you can't quite remember it. You want to say it, but you can't remember what it is. This thing I want to say it to you, but I can't remember it. Oh. And normally we will use this particular expression. Thank you, Christina. See you later. Christina is going now. Safe travels wherever you are off to. Oh, we are having a few answers coming through. But is it correct? Is it right? Come on, Mr. Duncan. Please give us the answer. I will in a moment. I have to give you a chance to put your answer on the live chat. I don't want to rush you. There is no need to rush or worry. So this is often used when we are trying to say something, a name, a place, a person's name, something you want to say but you can't remember what it is. Lewis has just come back. Welcome back, Lewis Mendez. Oh, a lot of people now are coming up with the answer. Is it correct? That is the question. Here it is then. Here is the answer just for you on the screen right now. Did you get it right? Oh. Okay. Interesting. A word or name you try to remember. You almost remember. Something you want to express. There is a word, a place, and it does happen quite often. I'm sure it's happened to you in the past. It happens to me all the time, but I think that might be connected to my age, to be honest. A word or name, something you try to remember, but you can't quite remember what it is. You will say, that word is on the tip of your tongue. Not literally. So it is used as an expression. The word is on the tip of your tongue. You are trying to remember it, but you can't. Something that is on the tip of your tongue is something that you can't quite remember. A person's name or a place. Quite often we have difficulty remembering. I know what it is. I do. It's on the tip of my tongue. Are you ready for another one? Here is another one, another picture idiom. I think we have time for one more. Here we go then. Oh. This is a good one because I'm feeling hungry. I haven't had much to eat today. So I think this picture is making me feel very hungry. Guess the picture idiom. It is a well-known expression. A person might have a plan or an idea, but other people think it's a crazy plan. It is a crazy idea. It can't be done. A thought that belongs in the clouds. We often describe it as this type of thing, something that you want to do, an idea for a type of business. But other people might not agree with you. They might think it's a crazy idea. And they might use this expression to define it. Some interesting very interesting. Oh, yes, that's good. It's always nice to see everyone joining in. Yes, I think this is a good expression. Quite often a person who has a wild idea or a thought, and maybe they want to put it as a plan. They want to put it forward as some sort of plan or intention. A person will say that that is a crazy idea. It is all pie in the sky. Pie in the sky. An idiom we often use when we want to show that something is over-optimistic. An over-optimistic thought or idea might be expressed as pie in the sky. That is a crazy idea. No, you can't do that. It's impossible. It's all pie in the sky. An empty wish or promise can also be described as pie in the sky. It is something a person doesn't mean. They are being insincere, perhaps, not honest. Something you hear, information that seems too incredible to be true. You might doubt that particular thing. You will say that you think it is all pie in the sky. Something that is not going to happen. Something that can't be achieved. It might even be impossible. It is all pie in the sky. We are coming up towards the end of today's live stream. I have to say it has gone quickly. I hope you've enjoyed it. We were talking about teeth today, words and phrases connected to these things. I will be back with you next Sunday. Can I just mention very quickly that we do have the rendezvous taking place this year on Sunday the 31st of May. This year we are in London. We will be meeting up with some of our lovely English addicts. We already have a few people who have expressed an interest in coming along. So if you would like to meet up, if you are watching maybe in the UK, perhaps you are living and learning English in the UK. If you want to join us, then here is your chance. I will be in London over the weekend of Sunday, the 31st of May 2026. We are going to have our English Addict rendezvous in London. I hope you can make it then. Yes, it is still a few weeks away. You still have plenty of time if you would like to come along. 31st of May is when we are doing that. Thank you for your company. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. It has been fun. Hopefully, it has also been useful. And yes, one or two people said, Mr. Duncan, your studio looks different. Yes, I have made some changes behind me. Some slight changes. Nothing too dramatic. But yes, this behind me has slightly changed. I've been very busy over the past couple of days designing and building all of this, putting it all together. Thank you very much for your company. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. As I said, I am back with you next Sunday. Don't forget, March. Wow. I always feel better when March arrives because it means the cold, wet, miserable days are fading away to be replaced with warm sunshine and spring weather, hopefully. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you, Sunt Filmta. Thank you, Mr. Duncan, for this interesting live stream, especially all the information about teeth, names, idioms, and pronunciation. Thank you very much. Back with you next week, 2 p.m. UK time. This is Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way, saying thanks for watching. If you want to give me a little thumbs up, you are more than welcome to do so. Perhaps also you want to subscribe as well. If you would like to subscribe, feel free to do so. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Stay happy, stay safe, keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And I will see you next Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, ta-ta for now. Enjoy learning English.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and discover all the words and phrases of the English language. Learn together and have fun. live chat.